All right, well, for the first time ever, an HBCU college fair is happening in the Bronx this weekend. It's a great opportunity for students in the Bronx and around the surrounding boroughs to explore a future in the historically black college or university.
Yeah, so the driving force behind this event is a powerhouse couple. Aikisha Cologne is a philanthropist, entrepreneur, and co-owner of Bricks and Hops Beer Garden in the Bronx, and she also stars on the reality series Bell Collective. And oh yeah, she's married to the co-host of the Craig Carton show, Willie Cologne, who is a Super Bowl champ who played for the Steelers and the Jets.
And together, they are co-founders of the Willie and Aikisha Cologne Foundation, and they are joining us here to talk about this weekend's event. First of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Okay, so we want to kick off. A lot of people may not know that there are hundreds of HBCUs. So tell us about this fair this weekend.
Yes, there are over 100. There are 106 HBCUs. So I'm really excited about this. You know, I'm a Southern girl up here in this New York world with my husband, and I was always exposed to HBCUs from a very young age. My grandfather graduated from Clark in 1930, which is the school I went to, Clark Atlanta University. Yep. And so my mom went to Bennett College in Greensboro, all women's, and she went to medical school at Howard University. So I always knew about HBCUs. Well, when I got here and I was in grad school at CCNY, I just remember standing up and everybody was saying where they graduated from, and nobody said an HBCU. So I got home and I asked Willie, I mean, he went to Hofstra, but that was because of football. I said, wait a minute, you guys don't talk about or don't hear about or don't know about HBCUs here in New York City? And he said, you only heard about it from the fraternity. Well, you're now a part of that fraternity.
Yeah, on Make Sci-Fi Fraternity Incorporated, they had the Black College Tour, which I was a part of when I was in high school. So that's how I became aware of HBCU culture and the landscape.
Yeah, but I was going to say, so that was really surprising to me to see all of these students of color who were in my classroom, but none of them said that they had graduated from an HBCU. So for me, it was just shocking.
Yeah, I mean, when I was in high school here in New York, we did tours of plenty of places that was funded by the school, but it was Georgetown, Harvard, no HBCUs on that list. Why would you say it's so important to expose teenagers to HBCUs?
Well, HBCUs provide a stable and nurturing environment for those most at risk for not completing college or even attending college. So those are usually low income, first generation educated. And when you have boroughs like the Bronx that are the poorest of all the boroughs in New York City, which New York City is one of the richest cities in the world, you know, you want to expose those students to schools like HBCUs because they need to know the resources. They need to feel the sense of community that it comes with going to an HBCU.
Okay, and I actually taught at an HBCU, Hampton University, and I shared that with you. So who should you go to this college fair and why at this point?
Well, I think for me, it's the kids in the community that don't have the exposure in which we're talking about.
And definitely high school kids. We want
high school
high
kids. But you know, you talk about one thing, our core values within the foundation is economic development, health and wellness education, and youth sports. One of the things we're trying to do, especially in the Bronx and all over the city, is put our hands on people who want to. And that's our goal. If you want to learn and you need to learn and you have this desire to get out of this concrete jungle, excuse me, this college fair offers that. And I think for me, it's the exposure. And that's why I lean on my wife for that, because she actually lived and walked it. I just kind of put my finger in it and got out the way.
And the college fair is providing resources. So we have about 20 colleges, HBCUs, that are going to be set up. They're going to be talking to the students about applying to their colleges, giving them the information and the history on their colleges. We're also bringing in programs and organizations, talking to the parents about parent loans, giving scholarships. We have people who are going to be on site giving scholarships.
Do most college fairs not have HBCUs there?
Well, some of them do, but normally you have to do HBCU college fairs.
Well, respectfully, it's the commercial ones, like the Hamptons and Howards.
Yes.
The ones that, you know. So you talked a little bit about your experience at Clark. What would you say that a student could learn from going to an HBCU versus a PWI?
Well, for our black and brown students, you're not a minority anymore.
Yeah.
When you get there, it's a sense of community. It's a sense of just legacy. Any generational curse you felt like you may have, you know then that it's going to be broken right then. You are just the culture, you feel like you belong. I always tell people you will always find your tribe at an HBCU, whether you were the shy student, the outgoing student, involved, whatever, you will find your tribe there. And so if you're not a black and brown student, you are able to go there and learn and be around cultures that you may not have grown up
And
with.
the homecomings are great.
He's
I had the opportunity to go to
college.
two. I went to Jackson State and I went to Clark and Landis.
Right.
And I got fed. I got fat fast. I danced.
Listen,
It didn't take much.
I don't mean to get you in trouble, but who has the best marching band?
Well, I know that. Listen, I'm from Jackson, Mississippi, born and raised. My grandfather,
Boom, man.
Yes, he was the first band director of Jackson State University. So yes, it is the boom. But listen, I was a majorette with Clark Atlanta, and I was a part of Essence. So it's still an HBCU band, and we did our thing too.
I will tell you, lunchtime too at the HBCUs
Oh,
is
man.
like no other.
Well, that's
I
what
probably wouldn't have graduated. I would have been out there dancing every day.
Yes, well, we will provide that. We're going to set up the cafeteria after the panels, like an HBCU cafeteria.
God.
We give them lunch. We got the DJ coming.
Oh,
So this is
God.
where you want to be.
It's going to be like homecoming in the
Yes.
Bronx.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what we want to
That's
build
what
it
we
to.
want.
The details are on the screen, by the way, for the college fair, which is so important. And, that was one of those regrets, not going to an HBCU.
Is too.
You could still experience. Go back and teach. I'm telling
There
you.
you
go.
Still
You
can do
experience
it.
it.
Listen, we will welcome you. Yes.
All right.
Thank you
Thank
both.
you, guys.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.